My base pay for my current hospital is $94 an hour.
What's your paycheck look like at the end of the week?
It can range between like 500 to 700.
Okay.
50, 51, 52. $3,452 is what I made today. This week.
After taxes, $1,056.
It's the end of the month, and $32,250 just hit my bank account.
$4,200. That's what I bring home as a teacher.
So today we're going to be looking at people's salaries and how much they make because they've decided to share that information with us. It kind of seems that for whatever reason, $100,000 a year still seems to be like the benchmark, even though $100,000 a year is not what it used to be. Maybe it's because it's just easy to say, six figures, $100,000, just kind of rolls off the tongue. Either way, there does seem to be a difference in life quality between those that are making that and those that are making less than that. And just to kind of give you some quick stats, about 18% of working adults in America are making six figures or more. That's 1 in every 6 Americans. For households, it's somewhere between 34 and 44%. So it's less than half. And of course, those figures also break down by age. Those that are 55 and older, 16% of them make over 100,000. 45 to 54, 20% are making that. 35 to 44 years old, which is peak earning years, 25% of people are making over $100,000. 25 to 34 is 18%. And of course, the people with the least work experience, 18 to 24, just 7% of them are making $100,000 or more a year. So now that you have that information, let's jump into these clips.
Well, let's see how much my McDonald's manager paycheck was for these last 2 weeks. I came to the bank, but I think they're closed. I think I'm gonna have to come back after work to actually deposit my check. Let's see, I haven't even looked at it. I usually don't look at it. It's not that bad. 2 weeks worth of work, which is, somebody was asking last time, multiple times. This is for 68 hours, which means I did not work a full 40 hours within the 2 weeks. Yeah, I did not work 40 hours, and I worked 69 hours, and I did get a $10 bonus, and it says they gave me 3 hours of sick time, and it's after taxes $1,056. And I just noticed right here that they have not given me my PTO yet. I've been a manager for a year. They do not give you PTO at my particular store until you've been in management a year, and I have been management a year. So I'm gonna have to ask. But a lot of people are asking what was the before taxes. Before taxes is $12.87. I'm not gonna say how much I make, only because there's kind of like rules within the management, or not. I don't know. I make under $20 an hour, but I definitely make more than 16. And I definitely should be making more, but you have to earn that, you know, things go up. I'm at my year, so I think I should be getting a raise here soon. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I don't know. I don't mind. I don't know. People, I've gotten so much hate about my check. Either people saying they don't understand how I live paycheck to paycheck, or they don't understand how I can't save money. Like, you have to understand. So I make, just say this was normal, $1,100, that's $2,200 a month. My rent alone is $1,500, guys. Yes, I have a new car. We needed a car. We didn't have the money to get, the problem was with the car, we didn't have the money to keep putting money into an old car and keep fixing it. So we got a new car thinking that we wouldn't have to fix it, but that hasn't been the case. So there's my check for 2 weeks. I'll be back here in 2 weeks again. Bye.
Yeah, these new cars are trash. I have a whole video about that. As far as her paycheck, it's hard to get by on $2,200. I would say it's almost impossible. I don't even know how people do it. I do think she's married, and her husband, she said, makes a little more than she does. She said that in a different video, so they're able to make ends meet, but it's tough out here. She's also a manager at McDonald's. I believe she's a shift manager, because I think managers, like a store manager, makes more than that. If anybody knows, let me know. But hopefully she's able to make more in the future. I know that has to be a tough job. I cannot imagine having to deal with the clientele that comes into a McDonald's on a daily basis.
Let's budget my $2,000 Taco Bell paycheck.
Let's budget my Taco Bell paycheck. I make $18.50 hourly and $27.75 on OT. I did get a raise, so it did go up. My gross pay was $19.52 and 86 cents. My taxes are $243.95, and my health insurance is $75. leaving my net pay is $16.33.91. I worked a total of 97.04 out of 100 hours. Okay, my bills. My car note is $300, my AT&T is $139, my internet is $24, and my Reliant is $114. Let's add all these together. 9 plus 1 is 10, plus 3 more is 13, plus 4 is 17, 7, carry the 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 1, 2, 5, 577. We are gonna add all of my groceries and stuff. So 150, 160. We'll do savings at the very end. That will be 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 8, carry the 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. 887. So then we're going to take 1633 minus 887. You can't take 7 out of 3. That becomes a 2. That becomes 13. That is 6. 8 out of 2 cannot do. So then we're going to make that a 15. Make that a 12. That is 4. 8 out of 15 is 6. Actually, it's 7. We have 746 left. I'm going to put 400 into savings. That leaves me with 346.
First of all, props to her for being just able to do that on a piece of paper. I'll be honest with you, I would have busted out a calculator myself. Yeah, this is an example of somebody budgeting their paycheck. Another fast food worker, she's making $18.50. I don't know if she's a manager or not. She did put in a lot of hours. Go to the comments here. I need to start budgeting. I just live off of vibes and leave myself broke. Yeah, most people just don't budget like this. Most people, when they get their check, they put it in their checking account, or they don't even do that. It's just direct deposit, and they kind of just go spend it. You always got to pay yourself first. If no one has said it, congrats on your raise. Yeah, absolutely. Congrats on that.
$4,200. That's what I bring home as a teacher. I've been teaching 24 years. I have a master's degree, and I'm bringing home $4,200 a month. I have daughters who depend on me to support them, to provide for them. Everything around me has gone up. My rent has increased. Gas prices just outside of Philly are astronomical. Grocery store prices. And my daughter loves crew. She wants to be a rower in college, and she's really, really good at it. But it takes funding, right? To get her, coaching and support and training that she's going to need to advance in that sport. And I would love to be able to support her and provide for her and support her dreams. But on $4,200 a month, paying my own rent, financial responsibility for everything, it's a little hard to do.
Yeah, teaching is one of those jobs that I think everybody who goes into teaching knows that it's not going to pay a lot of money. One thing that I found personally, I don't have any stats on this. This is just pure anecdotal evidence. I've worked in different industries, and I've worked with a lot of former teachers. So it does seem like a job that you can transition out of. I'm not sure why companies like hiring teachers. I guess the thought process is if you can teach in a public school, you can work here, I guess. But then again, right now in 2026, it's hard to find a job anywhere. But again, nobody gets into teaching for the money. I think teachers genuinely just love what they do. Most of them, some of them hate it. They hate the kids and they hate the parents, and they can't wait to get out.
What do you do for a living? I teach kindergarten.
How much are you making in your role?
I am making $60,000.
I'm a teacher.
How much do you make as a teacher?
About $50K a year.
I'm an embedded software engineer.
And how much are y'all making?
I make $150.
I am a front-end software engineer.
How much are you making?
I'm making $135,000 right now.
I'm an EMT.
How much do you make in your role?
About $43,000 a year.
I am a paramedic on an ambulance.
How much do you make in your role now?
Around $45,000 to $50,000 for advanced EMTs or basic EMTs, and then as a paramedic, I'll make around $60,000.
So I'm a social worker.
How much are you making with that role, and are you based in New York?
I actually work around the corner.
Oh, nice.
And I range between $90,000 to $120,000.
I'm actually a social worker. How much do you make?
Around like $50,000.
I deliver packages.
And how much do you make in your role?
Oh, like 120 maybe? UPS driver.
How much are y'all making in your roles?
Base salary around $100. And with benefits and everything included, probably about $135.
I am a server at a country club.
And where are you based?
I'm based in Melbourne, Florida.
And how much are you making?
I make about $42,000 a year.
I am a cocktail server at a bar here.
How much do you make as a cocktail server?
I think last year it was probably
110,000.
Yeah, being a bartender is crazy because I see salaries anywhere between 30,000 a year to like 150,000 a year, depending on what city you're in, what bar you're in. It's also crazy to see what people get paid in different cities for the same exact job. And you kind of start to slowly see that even though it pays more in higher cost of living areas, it's still not enough to keep up with the cost of living there. Also, I think people always are surprised by how much software engineers make. They're expecting them to make more, but you got to think not everybody works at a fan company. So not everybody's making 300 grand a year working at Google or Facebook. A lot of these people are working at companies that you've never even heard of.
Hi, you guys. So it's currently, I think like 8:45, 8:41. I just got home from a shift and I got my first residency paycheck. So I figured I'd come on camera and open it with you guys. So here goes nothing, I guess. Let's see, they got all these whatchamacallits here. Okay,
and
here we go. First look.
I hope you're hungry.
And
for nothing.
Okay. Okay, so gross earnings is $2,227.68. Net pay is $1,774.26. Not horrible. This is for 40 hours? I don't know how much this is for. Okay, so it has my hourly rate. My hourly rate is $39.78. I don't know how many hours this is for though, in total. So maybe I'll have to do some math or read the email that they sent. But yeah, this is kind of exciting. My first ever residency paycheck. And the only reason why it's hard copy is because we don't have anything set up yet. But yeah, see you guys next time.
So keep in mind, she's in residency. After that, she's going to make a lot more money.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a doctor.
What kind of a doctor?
I'm in my last year of residency training.
Nice.
So in ENT.
Is that your 4th year, 5th year?
This is my 5th.
And how much are you making as a resident?
I think my salary is around 85.
Do you feel well compensated in New York?
Definitely not, but it's just part of it. I mean, all the residents are underpaid, I think.
I've interviewed so many residents in the 70 to 80K range, and I don't understand why they do that. There's a light at the end of the tunnel as a doctor, but how do you get through those 5 years?
Well, I mean, I love what I do, and at the end of the day, it's all for the patients. If you keep the patients in mind and if you love what you do, then it all works out in the end.
What's the biggest career risk you've ever taken?
Honestly, the biggest career risk might have just been applying for my specialty. I think about like 30% of people don't even get into the specialty. So when that doesn't happen, you have to sort of scramble for a plan B. I feel very fortunate that it worked out for me. And honestly, that kind of helps too. Yeah. Just feeling gratitude in having the job in the first place.
And what advice would you share with others who are also interested in becoming a doctor?
I think you have to really know that you want to do it. I think a lot of people have this misconception that financially, it's a good field for that reason. If that's the only reason why you want to do it, you're going to find that you're going to be grinding, and honestly, you're probably not going to be very happy. Yeah. So you have to be in it for the right reasons. Yeah. But if you are, then I think it's the best thing to do.
Yeah, the stress doctors put up with, you can go look at the statistics. It doesn't look good. But like she was saying, there is light at the end of the tunnel as far as the salary.
Budget my paycheck with me. I'm a 36-year-old anesthesiologist living in the West Village of New York with my stay-at-home wife. It's the end of the month, and $32,250 just hit my bank account. Let's see how it all breaks down. First, the debt. $4,500 for the mortgage, $1,100 for my car loan, and $8,062 paid to taxes. Now the living expenses. This month, we spent $2,900 on routine items like clothes, shoes, and household essentials. $390 on fuel, $820 on groceries, $180 on hair care, $400 on gym memberships, $2,600 on entertainment, which included tickets to a Broadway show and hosting a dinner party. Now the bills. It's $220 for cell phone and internet, $250 for car insurance, $120 for gas, $225 for electricity, $105 for water, $99 for streaming services, $1,500 for medical, dental, and vision insurance, and $2,000 for malpractice insurance. Finally, the savings, $2,000 for emergency funds, $1,000 into high-yield savings, and $500 into a new investment portfolio, and $1,000 into my 401k. At the end of the month, we still have $5,700 to spend, save, pay down debt, or roll into next month's budget. I rolled last month's excess into this month.
The guy's leftover money is more than a lot of people make in a month. You're in this field or you know someone in this field, What's a salary look like? Is that real? There's a lot of money to be made in the medical field, but it's one of those fields that can be overwhelming for some people. I think it takes the right type of personality. You really got to love what you do. You got to care for the patients. It's not for everybody, but there is earning potential there.
Let's talk about how much I make as an ER nurse working in NorCal with almost 4 years of experience. I always found it so weird that when I was in nursing school, I could never get a straight answer on how much nurses make. No nurse was just like, here, this is how much I make. And it was so frustrating. And there's still some people like that to this day. Like, why wouldn't you tell me how much you make and I tell you how much I make? And then we can both see if we're being short. I feel like this was a scheme put on by companies so that we never got together and could see, you know, if we were making the same amount, making what we deserve, what we are owed. But anyway, I digress. Your favorite preceptor. Oh, cover that. Is here to tell you everything you need to know. Okay, so to start, when I was an EMT in NorCal in 2018, I was making a whopping $13 an hour. And some change. I'm not going to do the whole change with you guys. $13 an hour. Yes, you heard that correctly. I was also working as a travel CNA because obviously $13 an hour just isn't going to cut it. Just like traveling to different cities close to me, I was making $25 an hour, I think. Worst job I've ever had. Backbreaking. You guys are doing the Lord's work. When I started working as a tech in the emergency room, I think I was making $22 an hour, and I think I ended at $25 an hour. I started as a new grad at the end of 2023 working in NorCal. Drum roll, please. Cue the drum roll sound effects. I had my associate's degree and I was making $64 an hour, baby. When I got my bachelor's maybe 9 months later, I was making $69 and change dollars an hour. Now with a nurse has almost 4 years of experience, I managed to support a family of 4 working part-time hours. Let's get into that. What we've all been waiting for. My base pay for my current hospital is $94 an hour. Yeah. I also work evening shifts. Shout out to all my evening shift people. You guys know what pain is, okay? You know what struggle, you know what just hitting the ground running is. We never stop. That evening shift differential puts me at $103 an hour. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So I work a 24-hour position. I think I did work 8 hours of overtime on this paycheck. I made $5,058, and this is in a 2-week period. I also hold a PRN position. One of the best decisions I made was dropping to part-time at one job and getting a PRN position with the other. This way, if I ever need money, if I ever want to save, if we're going on vacation, if there's bills I need to pay off, I can just pick up here and there. I'm not obligated to come in all those hours. I hate being told I have to go to work. I hate doing that. All this being said is know your worth, know how much you should be making as a new grad. A new grad in NorCal, I feel like you should not be accepting under. With your bachelor's, $68 an hour in NorCal. We're in 2026, almost 2027. And in 2023, I was making $64 an hour with my associates, okay? So for all my baby nurses out there, I hope this gives you some hope. You will be able to survive. You will make good money.
I'm fired up. I mean, I have no intention to go into nursing at this point in my life, but hey, if that's something that you want to do, it can be very lucrative. I've known a few nurses and they make great money. They're always busy. Some of them are really stressed out, but they all love what they do. They don't want to be doing anything else, and they make a very comfortable living for themselves.
You want to know how much a registered nurse gets paid? Well, it's payday. Let's look at this nursing paycheck. If you don't know, I am a 24-year-old registered nurse working in psych, and I work in Connecticut. I am a per diem registered nurse, which means I don't work regularly. I pick up shifts here and there, but I get paid $44.77 an hour. For this pay period, I only worked 1 shift, and it was a night shift. So on top of my $44.77 an hour as base pay, I get an extra $7 an hour for nights and an extra $7 an hour because I worked on the weekend. So getting right into the numbers, I worked a total of 8 hours and 7 minutes. So my total gross was $476.20. My deductions were $47.62. My taxes were $38.80. So I got to take home $389.78. Let me know if this is more or less than you expected for 1 shift. And of course, if you love pay transparency, please follow me for more.
Making money at 24 years old, that's great. She's setting herself up for a future. Like I said, this can be a lucrative field for people. It's not easy though. Nursing school is not easy. Being a nurse is not easy. And I am speaking on behalf of people that I know that have gone through the process.
All right, everyone, open my first paycheck with me. I have been working here as a CNA for like 3 weeks now. I did training at first, which he said I would get 19 for that. And then as soon as I started like my actual shifts, it was 20. So let's hope that this number is right. Let's just say I have a number in mind that I know that it should be, but like, shoot, we'll see. This is like a whole puzzle to open, first of all. Oh.
CNA seems to be one of those jobs where pay is just all over the place. This first comment, CNA in my hospital makes $32 an hour. Me reading y'all's comments, and I'm only making $15.25 as a CNA. $20 an hour as a CNA, I'm making $24 an hour as a caregiver. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm sure it varies state to state, hospital to hospital, but it just kind of seems to be all over the place. Speaking of pay being all over the place, I feel like waiting tables, kind of like bartending, is one of those jobs where some people are making a lot of money and others are not making anything.
I just worked 6 doubles in a row, no breaks, over 70 hours, and literally probably over 1 million steps because my feet and back are on fire on my day off. But let's see how much money it brought in for me. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 10, 1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2,000. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3,000. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 380, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 450, 51, 52. $3,452 is what I made today. This week. Not too shabby. I haven't had a day off and I'm so tired.
It's a lot of money and she's rolling around in an AMG Mercedes. And I'm curious because, as you know, the economy's not great, but restaurants are always packed and they're more expensive than they used to be. With them being more expensive, are servers making more now than they used to? Because the tip is based on the check, and if the checks are more now than they used to be, I'm wondering if waiters and bartenders are making more. Someone in the comments did leave a comment that said, sometimes these videos are counterproductive. It makes people think you're making too much and stop tipping. I don't know, is that true? Have you seen videos like this? Does it make you tip less? Are you a server that's making less money because of these videos? Let's move on to another industry.
What's your paycheck look like at the end of the week?
It could range between like 500 to 700.
Okay. How long you worked for May for?
It's been 7 months. It's a great company. You know,
Okay.
I wish the pay was a little better. I got to move that I'm making to get up out of there.
Why is there so much turnover in the trucking industry? You know, a lot of people leave to go to other companies like you're about to do.
Well, you know, the pay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only thing that makes sense.
I don't know a lot about the trucking industry, but I do know that some people are making a killing. A lot of them are making well over 6 figures, but they're always on the road. They don't really see their families much. And when you add up all the hours that go into trucking, it's a lot less than it seems on the surface. And again, I think it's a job for a certain type of person, someone that just likes being out on the open road. I'm not going to lie, I thought about it myself.
So today we're going to do our first breakdown of our first check of the year, of the month. First, we're going to pray. Father God, in the name of Jesus, we thank you for protecting us as we've been on the highways and byways. We thank you for protecting our family and our loved one. We thank you for abundance of blessings. I ask that you continue to use this platform as a blessing unto me and to others. I bind up any naysayers or anyone that has negative comments against me, that they have no power against me. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. So, to it, I made $8,889.72. I got $4,631.19 deducted. So I took home $4,258.53. So when they say trucking is dead, I don't know nothing about it. I worked hard last week and I got paid for it. Great week.
Well, there you go. She put the hours in, made $4,000 in a week. Is trucking worth it? I don't know. I always hear mixed things about it. I always hear it's oversaturated. I always hear it's not worth it. Some people love it. It seems like the people that do well in trucking do really well. But like a lot of other high-paying jobs, it is very demanding of your time. So it's something to keep in mind. Anyways, that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.